This is Dabu 7, and this is what much of France is looking like right now, as a lot of anarchy is breaking loose across the country. And this is for several different reasons. A lot of different situations have been stacked on top of one another, but they're saying that this is worse than the situation in 2005. Now, police stations are burning. Schools are being destroyed. There's looting all over the place, and there's 70 big fires ongoing. That's not counting cars, garbage cans, and everything else. This unrest, so to speak, is spread out far and wide across the country. And there's different clips out here that are showing what's going on. I'll share with you here this one. I'll mute out their music there, but you can see where things have been destroyed there in the street. All these vehicles burnt down. This is after 3 days straight, what they call riots ongoing in the area. They have been protesting in France every weekend since lockdowns began, the yellow vest protests, and they have done more in that country in terms of rising than most other countries, the people rising to the occasion. But there's different people now rising for different reasons. There was this whole reform protest that was going down. Now they're saying that this most recent has to do with a large group of the Muslim population because of a police killing of a 17-year-old during a traffic stop on Tuesday. This was of an immigrant, apparently Muslim here, and this has sparked massive unrest in the midst of all this. So this time around, they're saying that a lot of this chaos is being sparked and driven by the migrants that are torching absolutely everything. Clip after clip, you can see of just different places burning all across France. I'll leave links on the live stream, going live Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Dabu 777.
Bus ont été visés, 12 ont été complètement incendiés et je veux le dire, mon premier message est évidemment un message d'indignation, d'écœurement quand on voit nos services publics qui sont touchés.
On a le sentiment parfois que certains d'entre eux vivent dans la rue les jeux vidéo qui les ont intoxiqués. Il y a une instrumentalisation inacceptable de la mort d'un adolescent que nous déplorons tous, alors que la période devrait être au recueillement et au respect.
Je comprends la colère des jeunes, tout à fait normal. Je la comprends. Mais il y a des limites à tout. Mais il y a un moment, il faut savoir s'arrêter.
Shalom, Shalom Israel. This is Brother Yawana coming back at y'all with Lord's will, another edifying lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, honor, and the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, our teachers. Shalom to you brothers pushing and teaching His truth across the four winds of this earth. And as always, peace, blessings, and many salutations be to you, sincere Akiyam wa Akwa, you brothers, along with you few sisters, who are given all diligence in these last days. All right, so to the mercy and grace of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only beloved begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, coming back with another lesson and pretty much another update in prophecy. And as you can see from the first two clips that I played, there's a complete uproar over there in France right now over from what it seems to be a boy that was shot, a teenage boy named Nael, who pretty much didn't want to conform to the police that were trying to stop him. And for their which was their excuse for shooting him, was that they feared that if they didn't shoot him, he was going to run over many people. So it sparked complete outrage of the people over there in France. And as you can see from those videos, man, complete chaos is springing forth. And there's a lot more videos. Lord willing, if I find some more, I'll post them up on this page just so y'all can see. But that was what I found. And hey, the scriptures tell us, hey, what are the watchmen going to do? Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 5. Right? Or verse 6. Salakia, bear with me. Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Now, the Lord said he set a watchman. Okay, and the job and the duty of the watchman is to ultimately see what's going on in the world and pretty much blow the trumpet, man, and give warning, right, to all you who have eyes to see and ears to hear, right? Because ultimately what's happening over there in France is eventually and inevitably and very soon going to come to America, aka Babylon the Great. You see, so that's why, hey man, the true prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah are really the true newscasters, because these there's some news stations that are talking about it and whatnot, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on that the mainstream news doesn't ultimately talk about and bring to your attention. And we understand why, because they're controlled by the elites. And, they pretty much control what you get to hear and get to see. But we're going to give you the truth, right? And we're going to give you the updates according to prophecy, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, whenever something happens, man, through the spirit. Okay? You see? So I wanted to just bring out that precept because that's what the prophets are going to do. Is go into these articles, go into these different events, and they're going to ultimately make it be known, to the sheep of the Lord, the ones that are truly watching, man, and praying as of right now. This is 2 Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And how do you measure the times? What's the measuring stick? It's the Holy Scriptures, man. Okay, it says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And the Lord's definitely doing that through the different plagues he's plaguing this place with, the different judgments that he's, ultimately establishing in the earth. Okay, we see that the Lord is here, man. All right, and the Lord is speeding up the time, right? We're in that time right now. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, we're seeing earthquakes everywhere. And I believe over there in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, let me look that up real quick because I heard a brother talking about it. All right, so bear with me if I find it. All right, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Matter of fact, and there was one in the UK, but let me just see where else there were some earthquakes at, man. Let's just take a quick peek. You see, the Lord said there was gonna be earthquakes, man. Look at this, 5.8. This is the first one. 5.8 magnitude earthquake shakes Indonesia's main island, damaging several buildings. And a 5.8 earthquake is a pretty, heavy magnitude of earthquake, man. That can cause a lot of damage. It says Turkey assistance overview, June 2023. 2023 Turkey-Syria earthquake. 4.2 earthquake hits Greece's Cyclades, right? Earthquake of magnitude 6.5 strikes Java in Indonesia. Okay, so all these different places around the world are getting hit with earthquakes, man. San Jose earthquakes for St. Louis, right? And then so on and so forth. And I'm sure if you refresh the page and go find more articles, there's a lot more earthquakes. There's a lot going on right now. And we always say that through the Spirit because it is, man. You see, these are the things that our Lord, they told us about that we would see happen in the latter time. Why? So, hey, earthquakes in diverse places, famines, plagues, pestilences, uproars of the people. We're actually going to get into that. 2 Esdras 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, you see, so we're seeing the uproars of the people, just like you've seen in France. And when you go to this word uproar, right, let's go to it in a simple Google definition. Right, for that word uproar, it says a loud and impassioned noise or disturbance, turmoil, chaos, and that's ultimately what you've seen, havoc. Okay, pandemonium, yelling, shouting. That's what you see, man. And people are getting, tired, man. Okay, it says a public expression of protest or outrage, and that's what you see, man. People protesting all in the streets. You see, so prophecy is jumping right off the pages, man. Okay, and again, this is gonna come to America, and as you've seen, it said I think it mentioned it in the video. If not, I was reading it in an article concerning France and what's happening over there right now. Over more than 200 officers were ultimately injured, man. You have people shooting guns. You have citizens shooting guns, man. Okay, and they didn't regard the police at all. They didn't give a damn. You see. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15. I don't know why this isn't highlighted. Salakia. 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 14, man. Just a quick little lesson, man, through the Spirit, right? To keep you brothers and you few sisters that are updated, okay, that are watching. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, you see, and this is what's happening right now, right? And it's gonna happen a lot more. There's gonna be race riots here soon in the streets. Okay, just like how you seen it was over there in France and all these different other places, man, where you've seen chaos spring forth in the form of riots and looting, right? Windows being shattered, cars and buildings being burnt down. Well, that's gonna happen in America, man. Okay, and the modern day sword is what? Gun. It says for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, right? Your different authoritative figures, right? They're not going to give a damn about, about you being a police officer or a government official, man, right? It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, and that's why they ultimately issued out 40,000. What was it? 40,000 police officers. Let me see if I can find that article. I had it saved right here. I'm not sure what happened to it. Yep, see, France deploys 40,000 police to quell violence after shooting of teen driver. Okay, so 40,000 different police officers ultimately being sent out to ultimately regulate and to establish order, over there within France. And see, when that happens here in America, man, it's going to be at a level that's never before been seen. Okay, especially if these damn devils, shut off the power grid. Okay, or take certain things away, right? People are going to be rioting in the streets. People are going to be rebelling against the government, all right? And then Esau is going to have the military come in, and just like there is over there, they're going to regulate everything, man, right? To try to gain some kind of control over the people, man. To so to speak, calm things down, okay? Which is just going to have more, rebellion of the people, spring forth, man. Okay. You see, and when that happens too, especially here soon, there's going to be government checkpoints, man. You're not going to be able to go from one city to another freely. Right? You're going to have access. You're going to have some type of, eventually it'll be the charagma. You're going to have the charagma to get to and fro anywhere and get into anywhere. But hey, when them government checkpoints get set up, you're not just going to be able to go where you want, and do what you want, man. You see, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, and these are the times that we're coming into, man. All right, and that's why we constantly, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, warn our people to get right, because when all hell and chaos does spring forth, you don't want to get caught in the crosshairs, man, and get killed, or to get put to death. You see, because because when it happens here in America, it's gonna be heightened, right? And we're gonna be right in the midst of all chaos and turmoil. But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna make a way for His elect, Lord willing, we're of that number. Right, the Lord is going to make a way through the chaos for His chosen. The Lord is going to guide us right through it, man. And what Yahweh Shai tell His disciples, man, He said, not even a hair on your head should perish. And that's the type of faith that we have, trusting in the Lord, just as He told the disciples, man. He really told it to us too, right? Because everything written aforetime was for our learning, man. You see, those of us that believe, that's what the Lord's saying, and not even a hair on your head is going to perish, right? The Lord is going to hold our right hand, man, and it's going to get us right through it, man. Lord willing. You see, so that was all I had through the Spirit, man. I hope and pray this lesson was edifying, man, and straight to the point. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechak. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing and teaching this truth across the four winds of this earth. And as always, peace, blessings, and many salutations to you sincere that are out there, man. Until next time, I say shalom, stay strong, and keep the faith. Shalom.